Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Zenith El Primero Chronomaster Grande Sun Moon. You can see this 45mm brushed and polished stainless steel Zenith El Primero on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there if you like, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. Now you can see on my wrist 16 centimeters, 6 1/3 inches in circumference. This is a modern full-bodied Zenith. 45 millimeters across the round of the case. It's a substantial 15.5 millimeters thick from the top of the sapphire to the bottom of the display case back, and from lug to lug, that is the outermost outcropping, 53 millimeters. So it has impressive stance and presence. Now, the large ratio of dial to bezel, the bezel's quite thin, means that the watch reads even larger than its nominal 45 millimeters, but I will say that ergonomically, it wears smaller. And here's the key. Zenith has beautifully tapered, cropped lugs, plus, while they do use conforming end pieces, the underslung pivot points of the bracelet ensure that the actual point of junction to the case is less than 53 millimeters apart. Moreover, there's no virtual flare or stiffness where the links actually abut the conforming end piece, so if you want to pull this bracelet straight down over a smaller wrist like mine, you can do so easily, and the bracelet has outstanding flexibility. You can see the outstanding construction thoughtfulness of Zenith here, building something that's both beautifully made, and you can see there's almost no daylight between the outer links of this bracelet, in fact none, as each individual link is countersunk into the one in front of it, creating a sort of scalloped interlock, but each individual link is also removable, and that on both sides of the bracelet. So if you do need to pull out quite a few links, you can balance that on each side to keep the fit secure, balanced, and symmetrical. Moreover, the watch features an outstanding finish with alternating brushed and polished facets that provide excellent contrast, and a double deployant twin trigger actuated clasp. It has that ergonomic superior design, the double deployant, so you don't have that one big up and over fold of a single that can be a little bit difficult to manage on a tighter, smaller wrist. When closed, it provides the low profile of something like a Rolex crown clasp, so it's both aesthetically pleasing, not breaking the arc of the bracelet, and it provides minimal obstruction for damage while desk diving. With a twin trigger release, it's very secure. You can see how beautifully finished it is inside, as well as the intricacy of that twin trigger release mechanism, keeping this one securely closed. But it is the dial of this watch that's the highlight. This model, released in 2012, is an extravagant combination of a double-digit Grande date, a beautiful matte black center, a full open escapement with silicone escape wheel and palette, and a combination AM/PM indicator moon phase at 6 o'clock. A beautiful tachometer, slightly concave, slopes down from the bezel. The tachometer itself is beautiful gloss to a metallic hour and minute track that's actually a beautiful brushed grained metal contrasting with the matte black at center. Now, the moon phase display here is quite unique on two counts. First, it has a beautiful guilloche pattern of its own, sort of a sun ray impressed into the disc over the moon phase, but beneath there are actually two separate discs. One is sapphire bearing the moon itself, and underneath that, coaxial with it, is an AM/PM indicator disc. And I want to show you exactly how that works, because this is a more dynamic moon phase than you've ever seen. This will change every 24 hours, not every 29.5 days. So I pull the watch to the second setting position, because this is a Zenith El Primero, and they set in the second position. And as I turn the watch through the PM hours, you can see that moon phase turns from light to dark. The moon only moves one incremental step, as a moon phase is wont to do, but there's a tremendous transition in the actual coloration of the moon phase aperture itself because of that underlying AM/PM disc. And you can see how marked the change is through the course of the 24-hour day. It's really quite dramatic, and it's a unique take on the moon phase display. As far as I can recall, Zenith is the only manufacturer that's done this. But they have been innovative, not just mechanically, but aesthetically in the last 15 years. And the open escapement dial has been one of their great innovations. Here you can see the El Primero caliber 4047 beating away at its characteristic 10 beats per second, Let's start the chronograph up so we have that smooth sweep second hand, get some chrono action to supplement. But the key thing here is at 36,000 vibrations per hour, nothing is disguised. You can see the escape wheel, a beautiful iridescent purple with an inset spoke pattern that actually looks like the Zenith star logo. You can see next to it the iridescent silicon palette. Now this provides long wearing durability. It's a unique innovation that Zenith started to introduce across its line in 2013. It's an awesome view of a fantastic movement that gives you, I would say, 90% of the benefit of a tourbillon with a fraction of the cost. That dynamism is there, and you don't even have to take the watch off your wrist to appreciate it. Now, the case back itself features a wonderful view of this 332-part, 41-jewel movement. It is a column wheel chronograph, very crisp to operate, automatic winding with a superior 52-hour power reserve, beautiful traditional elements of finishing, and of course, being an El Primero, it has that historical provenance and pedigree dating back to 1969. This is a true connoisseur's piece. There's a reason Rolex chose the El Primero for the Daytona so many years ago. But this is a modern evolution of a living legend. See this Zenith Chronomaster Grande Sun Moon on our website, watchyouwant.com.